Chad Ryland will have the honor of getting us started. Monday Night Primetime is underway. On the return, it's Jalen Noel. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out, our 2023 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now in his third season out of Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL, and it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion that this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on a route. C.J. was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of his success. It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
First give on the ground, it's Woody Marks. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Higgins downfield, and he has it. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
First down, it's a run with Marks. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up second down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Catch made by Woody Marks. This one doesn't get much. Down to the 41. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. Completes it downfield to Kirk. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. A gain of 26 yards there. And it'll be first down, Houston.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And that is exactly what you're looking for on a first down run. He picked up 7. Now we're going to have a break in the action as one of the Cardinals is in some pain, and they'll be out to look at him. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Tight end in motion right. Back to throw. Stroud. And he's just going to huck this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Not on the same page with his tight end. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 4th down and 1.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. It's marks on the handoff. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
So here come the Cardinals now as they get set for their opening drive. And bringing them out in his 10th season now, a veteran who minimizes turnovers better than almost anyone here in the NFL, Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett has seen some adversity in this league, occasional starting opportunities as well, and he's hung around because he knows how to take care of the football. He can still throw it deep with the best of them, but he's the type of guy you just trust. You trust that he can come in, that he can manage the offense, and he can win a game if needed.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Second down. Here's Brissett again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
The Texans are in the nickel, 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. It's McBride downfield, and he's got it. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
To the air yet again, Brissett. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Now we'll run with DeMarcano. And he's going to be bottled up just a few yards into that 2nd down run.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Texans bring out an extra DB on this 3rd down. They've got a man in motion. Here he is on 3rd and short. He's got the 1st down grab and still going. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Cardinals, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On 1st down, it's Brissett. Connects with Harrison again. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Texans 33-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Off the play fake, Brissett. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, It's just a little icing on the cake.
Here's a game to DeMercado. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Operating from the gun, Brissett. Cut near the goal line. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
All right, got to get 4 here, Brock, or they're going to have a tough decision to make on this opening drive. 3rd and goal for Brissett. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
On is Chad Ryland for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Texans nothing.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's Tremon Smith with the return. Things going well so far. Past midfield, and he's got space. At the 20. And the tackle saves a touchdown, but they still take over inside the red zone.
Kid, I know what you were waiting for and what I was waiting for, and that was that official to raise his hand. I think we all assumed that was going to be taken to the house. It wasn't, but it could be in pretty short order because this offense now set up for some serious success.
Now we'll see the Houston offense for their 2nd drive of the contest. They only really have to fall forward to reach the end zone here, Brock, as this drive starts with 1st and goal from the 1. The return couldn't quite finish it off, Brock, but the offense sure can as they begin here 1st and goal. Marks has the Houston touchdown. The Texans reach pay dirt for the first time this game.
Touchdown, Texans.
Nice execution to get that counter to the end zone. Maybe not the play we expected, Brock, but the play that they needed right there.
I love a well-executed counter. I really do. It's like a good boxer, Kate. You set him up with a feint one way, and then you hit him with the knockout the other. Keep them from answering the bell and stopping you from reaching that end zone.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here comes Emari DeMercado. And he's brought down just inside the 25. 2nd drive of the game upcoming for this Arizona offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. The Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Brissett. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the shotgun, Brissett. Finds a seam down the middle. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. 35 on the pickup. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Running is nice. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's another Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
DiMercado on the carry. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Now come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Man in motion here. Going play action here, Brissett. Brought in close to the 8. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
A run here. This is DiMercado. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Give him 4 on that play, so now they've got 2nd and goal.
That run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the 1st and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. He gets it again. He's forced away from the goal line. It's a tackle for loss at the 3.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Back now, pressure coming. Gets it to him on the screen. And in for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals break the tie here in the 1st. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Ryland now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st.
Texans 7. Chad Ryland.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Out now come the Texans on offense. And they'd love a repeat of their last drive, wouldn't they? Their first play was their only play as they ran it in for 6. First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Up the middle, it's Marks. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. It's a 14-7 game. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They have it on 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. This connects with Schultz. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down from the 42. Shotgun now for Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Marks. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Stroud from the pistol. Blocked by his fullback behind the line. Caught behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding a big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. From 37 yards in the right hash. Up and good from Fairbairn. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Mercado bringing it back. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Cardinals and Jacoby Brissett out again on offense for this next drive. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. From the pistol, Brissett. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. Back to the air, Brissett. Hits him on the out route. And he hangs on to that football, Brock, through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Here's DiMercado. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
First down, and they go right back to him. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Shotgun now for Brissett. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he'll get this through midfield and start pushing into Texans territory.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. They'll air it out on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. There he goes on the right side. He does it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals now lead by 10. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Ryland now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals drive their lead to 11.
21, Texans 10.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors.
Arizona.
Here's Smith on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Texans to the line, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with Marks. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Stroud. Higgins downfield, and he has it. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. That one goes for 31 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. And he's comped, and it's Higgins again. And they get this down to the 28. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be a 1st down, Texans.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Stroud completes it quick. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Running this with Marks. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Stroud to throw on 1st down. Brought in. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. From the gun, Marks gets it. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Chubb on the give, headed left. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Cardinals and Jacoby Brissett out again on offense for this next drive. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
All set to go now from the 35. Brissett now on 1st and 10. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And that sack draws him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Second down and 19 yards to go after that sack. Operating from the gun, Brissett. Completed to his running back. And he'll work this one up to the 28. Play made by E.J. Speed.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
So a difficult 3rd down coming up on the other side, Brock, of this 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. So that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Well, he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air, Stroud. Quick slant here to Kirk. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
1st down from the 42. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Right back to Kirk, and he's got it again. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first.
Second and 2.
As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Looking to throw, Stroud. Taking a deep shot here. Brought in inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Nico Collins with the touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Fairbairn now for the PAT.
For the extra point.
And he hits the extra points. A little surprised they wouldn't go for 2 in the tie, but at least he made it, so the lead falls to a single point.
Texans 20.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Brissett looking to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And not a lot available there. Makes it to the 26. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Brissett. And he's not going to escape this. The Texans take him down. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 15.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. Brissett to throw it. And the pass is complete to McBride. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Final timeout called by the Texans. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. The Cardinals out for the punt. The Texans have Jalen Noel at the ready. Fair catch made here at the 30. The Texans going on offense now just before halftime. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He's going to keep it this time. There's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Shotgun now, first round. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball, and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. This connects with Higgins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A 7-yard gain.
So just a 1-point game here at the break, Brock, as we go over to the EA Sports Halftime Reports with our buddy Scott Hansen.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our two teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our third quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Arizona has the football first to start the third, and here comes its offense. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Carter here from the gun. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Now Knight. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. It's Knight on the carry. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
First down from the 42. On the ground, this is Knight. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Pick up at 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And they take him down right along the 30. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Motioning one of the tight ends. This is Knight. And he scampers ahead and gets two on the carry.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Brissett. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down, Arizona.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Hits his running back. And not much doing. He's stopped quickly.
With these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Brissett keeping this himself. Good running. Rips off about 7, but they're still short. 4th down coming up.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
So on 4th down, Cardinals calling on Chad Ryland to attempt this field goal. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Ryland is good. And that'll push their lead to 4.
Well, they'll take it. Some points to add a little to what's still a pretty small lead. Eventually, I think we all know they've got to find a way to reach the end zone.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Noel to return this. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. It's Marks on the handoff. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. This one's to Kirk out left side. This gets forward to around the 29. That was Max Melton who hauled him down there.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Shotgun handoff to Carter. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Here's Brissett. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Running is Knight. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
So on 4th down, Cardinals calling on Chad Ryland to attempt this field goal. A 49-yarder in front of him here. The kick by Ryland is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on a field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Knoll to return this. Escapes the defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Stroud. Finds his back. Marks. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. They gain 11 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35. First down, it's a run with Marks. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. This is Marks. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. Give him 24 yards on that one. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
And the Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, you get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Going to the ground again on first. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Set up the screen here for Marks. And this one does not go far.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Cardinals go to the dime look here, 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. You hate to see this on 4th down for that defense, roughing the kicker. Now they've got a first inside the red zone. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. To the air, Stroud. Completed to his running back. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Texans who have it to start here, and they come in trailing on the scoreboard. Play number 9 of the drive. This is going to be 3rd and 5 to go. Back to throw, Stroud. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a first and goal.
Gain of 15 yards. That's another Texans first down. First down and goal to go.
Well, that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Chubb trying to run his way in, and he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. So it's going to be second and goal.
Brings up second.
With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Chubb again, and he's going to find the end zone this time. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans now trail by just a point in the fourth. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the fourth. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Dortch now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Back-to-back carries here. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
Like the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on one, and now they get him behind the line.
You know, we love to talk about corners, those corners that both love to tackle and cover. It's kind of the same thing with these defensive ends. Most of them love sacks. They love rushing the quarterback. But those that run down a toss play like that, they separate themselves from others.
Operating from the gun, Brissett. That's Dortch on the slant. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Here's Brissett to throw. He's dropping deep on this snap. Harrison secures this left side. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
And the Cardinals first down. A gain of 15.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
So a fresh set of downs now from the 39. Brissett with it on first. Jump off caught by his back. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
Down the field, he's got Wilson. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 26. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
Carter up the middle. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. They'll air it out on 3rd. Throws caught. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A 24-yard attempt.
Kicked well, and this is good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Noel to return this. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out now come the Texans on offense. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
They'll start this drive with Marks. Powering his way forward a bit, give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. From the gun, Marks gets it. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Looking underneath for Marks. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Stroud throwing here on first. Did not like what he was seeing, Bronson. He's just going to hurl this one away.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on first down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to second.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Shotgun now for Stroud. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing again. It's Stroud. Dumps this one off. Marks. That short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
The Texans set to punt. Tommy Townsend will kick it away. And this will stick him back a ways. That punt hits and jumps out of bounds near the 14. The Cardinals and Jacoby Brissett out again on offense for this next drive. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. The Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. Trying to use that space outside, but found a defender instead, so no gain on first down.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Throwing now, Brissett. Dumps it off to his running back. Keeps away from one. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
On first down, it's Brissett. Looking slant route, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still first down.
They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. From the shotgun, Brissett. Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Off the play fake, Brissett. And he stopped at the spot he made the catch, so give him, looks like the 27 on that completion. Houston calls it second timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Wilson on a slant. And he gets this forward to the 19. Final timeout called by the Texans. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Brissett keeping this himself. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Cardinals holding on to a field goal lead. Line up the design keeper. Needing 10 yards now as they line up. It's 2nd and goal. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted! And the Texans have some new life in the 4th. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity of looks in that close, particularly as we get through the 2nd half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
Now we get a look at this Texans offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
He'll look to throw it. Hits him on the out route. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Running back sent in motion. Setting up to pass. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. Back to throw. Right side cut by Higgins. And he will wind up out of bounds after a 1st down gain of right around 3 yards.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Kaimi Fairbairn on now as we see how he handles this moment. There's a 50-yard look from the right hash. And it's on its way and through. He hit it from deep. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
These are the moments, Kate, when you realize how valuable a clutch kicker is. When he's the only guy out there and everybody relying on him, and he delivers.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And this is going to be a touchback, Brock, so we'll see what they decide to do with the final seconds they've got left here.
35-yard line.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Harrison Jr. 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, Brock.